So I'm Nicolette Vigeland. I'm a counselor and the program facilitator at the Rise Family Center in Heideveld on the Cape Flats. At Arise, we believe that every child deserves to be part of a thriving family, regardless of how the family is formed. We work tirelessly to achieve this so that children can achieve their full potential. And we do this in 3 different ways: through our family strengthening services, our adoption support services, and through our training and our consulting services. So our family strengthening services include sessions with caregivers and children to counsel, strengthen, and equip them to improve their parenting skills and also to build connection with their families. Our psychosocial groups are run at our family center, and then we also have school groups which are run for children. We run a weekly informal parenting support group which aims to equip our caregivers with positive and gentle parenting techniques and additional support. Our adoption support services are for families who choose to grow their families through adoption. Here we strive to better equip and empower adoptive families in connectedness and the realities involved in adoption. Our training and consulting services grew out of a desire to see our footprint increased and spread the unique programs we have written. We strive to train up other professionals across the countries to take our programs and to equip them in terms of adapting the programs and running them in our own communities. And then we also write and deliver workshops on various topics required by our client organizations with a goal, again, of strengthening their capacity. And we believe that when we strengthen families, we strengthen communities. So 2020, COVID-19 happened. And gosh, it tested the resilience of our families and definitely is threatening survival of many. As our families were home during the COVID-19 pandemic, we also couldn't run any of our groups and we could not continue our services as per normal. So we sat during April, and in roundabout May, we came up with the idea of a family strengthening kit. So while we altered various other services as well, this was something that we pioneered and we are very proud of at the Rise. This kit would help families to thrive and enhance family preservation. The activities in the box encourage the caregiver to continue parenting their children using gentle and connected parenting principles and building on the skills given by previous interventions at the Rise. So our family strengthening kits are rooted in the theories of resilience, attachment, and connected parenting. They empower our families in 5 different ways: to nurture strengths, to build resilience, to deepen relationships, to grow their problem-solving skills, and also to develop a sense of belonging for all families. And these 5 areas underpin all of the work that we do here at the Rise. So as families spend constructive, planned, and also fun time together, their relationships, their understanding of each other are deepened. They're able to encourage each other, they're able to build on their strengths, and also to improve problem-solving skills. This builds resilience within each member, and it also deepens the sense of belonging in the family. So our family strengthening kit includes basic activities, which the caregiver can do with their children, as well as all of the resources that they require to do so. So each family would receive a box, a leaflet, which explains all of our services, 5 separate sheets explaining the 5 spheres and the activities, as well as all of the resources that they needed. Right, so into the family strengthening kit itself. The activities focused on 5 different areas. So the first one, of course, is family time. And we know we've had a lot of that during COVID-19. So having fun with your family is very, very important. But we also wanted our families to connect with each other, to get to know each other, and to grow their bond during this time. So family time is a time to talk, to listen to each other, but also to instill our family values. It's a time to enjoy each other. Inside the kit are some fun ideas for families to make memories with each other and to laugh. Caregivers are encouraged to change the activities in the kit and ask their children for other fun suggestions of what they could do. So we've got activities like snakes and ladders, which they could include emotional awareness by saying, when we go up the ladder, what makes us feel happy? And when we go down the snake, what makes us feel sad? They can also play Simon Says, do some sing and dance parties, Pictionary, and they can share what they are thankful for around a meal. They could also read a book or watch a movie and talk about that afterwards. Then secondly, included in the kit is coping with big feelings. And I think we've all had some big feelings during COVID-19. So helping our children to understand these feelings is important and an important part of their development. It's important that caregivers teach their children about feelings, and not only that, but how to manage them. So identify feelings, happy, sad, angry, recognize their own feeling, set boundaries on unhealthy ways of expressing feelings, and also that caregivers be a role model. The kit includes fun and creative ways to help children cope with some of these big feelings, like making happy or angry faces with colored Play-Doh, making stress balls, journaling about their feelings, and blowing bubbles. They can also talk about how they cope with big feelings, come up with coping strategies, and make a feelings coping jar filled with these ideas. Thirdly, we encourage learning at the home. We all want our children to be well, to do well at school. And Arise encourages caregivers to foster a love of learning at home. In the kit are fun ways to create a love of learning at home. So caregivers are encouraged to have a routine. And we all know during COVID-19, that's been a little bit difficult. So try your best. Set a place to do schoolwork. They are encouraged to read to their children or ask your children to read to you. They're encouraged to remain in contact with the child's teacher and ask for help if you are struggling. We know our children are out of routine and they haven't been to school for so many months. So these things are key. We give them a number of games that they could play to make learning fun, like charades, taking children on a shape and letter hunt, using dice for addition and subtraction, and there are many, many other fun activities they can do. Fourthly, having hard conversation. It is a caregiver's role to talk about some tough topics with our children. And it's important that they hear from us about sex, divorce, death, HIV and disease. This is the time to instill and reinforce family values and allow children to ask questions. Caregivers need to create a safe space where children can ask questions and they are not yelled at for wanting to know certain things. It's important to explain topics in age-appropriate ways. So we give caregivers strategies for handling these conversations to be open and honest with their children. Some ideas to facilitate these conversations included in our kit are making sock puppets, writing letters and a family letterbox, or using a book which introduces the topic. And then lastly, included in our kit is positive discipline and gentle parenting skills. The biggest challenge for any parent is managing difficult or defiant behavior. We specifically included positive discipline and gentle parenting skills because we work in communities where violence is prevalent. Research has shown that the benefits of using attachment-based connected parenting in helping children overcome trauma is extremely, extremely important. Our aim is for the caregiver to focus on themselves and learn how to regulate their own emotions so that they can model that to their child. The caregiver needs to be consistent, set appropriate limits and boundaries, validate the feelings of the child, and strengthen the communication with their children if they want to see a change in the child's behavior. Caregivers are encouraged to involve older children in setting these limits and writing them down. They're also encouraged to use clear but natural consequences that fit the behavior and teach the child in the moment. Arise sees discipline as opportunities to guide and teach behavior rather than to punish. Felt safety is key in bringing about a platform to share, express emotions, and help your child to change. And this section focuses on helping caregivers to develop this in their home. Caregivers are encouraged to take care of themselves, take time out, have that cup of tea, that cup of coffee, take a walk, calm down, and regulate yourself before you correct your child. This is integral to the process of managing difficult behavior. As we hand over the box, we explain the purpose of the kit to each of our caregivers. We let them know that it's their responsibility to keep the box safe. It's their responsibility to book family time with their children and initiate and follow through on the activities. We also follow up with the family to find out how it all went. We created the Family Strengthening Kit particularly for families that we have already walked a journey with and have learned some basic parenting skills. So they are already on a journey and it's easier for them to use it. We believe that this Family Strengthening Kit helps families to work on each of these 5 key areas and then to thrive. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope that you find these ideas useful in the work you do with your families. We would encourage you to purchase these boxes as an added feature to your programs if you are working with families and particularly parents. Our Family Strengthening Kit is available in 2021 for bulk purchase at 350 Rand a box. Please watch our Facebook page for further information. Thank you so much.